Here are 5 spiritual systems that have altered my brain chemistry. First is astrology, everyone's first love. Astrology is a spiritual system based on the placement of the planets during your time of birth, giving you your astrological birth chart. But it's also about the movement of the planets and how it affects us as a collective and personally. There are a ton of other spiritual systems, including ones on this list, that are based in astrology. I was introduced to astrology as a kid. I learned about my sun sign. Then, as I got a little older, I learned about like my sun, moon, and rising sign. And over the past few years, once a friend invited me to start working with the new moon and the full moon. Not till then did I start really diving in and learning all about all the planets, all the houses, the aspects, and what they mean. And this year, even I took a medical astrology course where I was able to learn how to blend my love of massage and body work with astrology. If you want to learn more about that, go to my page. I just find astrology to be such a cool tool to use to self reflect, to analyze how and why we do things, how and why your friends and family might do things, a way to understand each other and to work with each other. This is my chart here. If anybody wants to look at it and see if they can find anything fun or funky, let me know. Next is the chakras, a Hindu and Buddhist system which states that there are 7 energy centers within the body, and each center is like a wheel that produces energy for a certain area of life. And each wheel has a color, a location, a body parts, a part of your life that it rules. And so you can work with these wheels to open them, or maybe one's too active and you can try to close them. You can balance your own energy, or you can go get a chakra balancing. I find this to be a really great system to use when you are learning meditation and you're finding it really hard to just sit there and clear your mind. This system gives you a really good place to focus on. I first learned about chakras while I was in massage school, and I was just starting to get into yoga and meditation. And like I said before, I just felt like it really helped me to learn how to meditate by giving me something to focus on, especially clearing and balancing, visualizing the chakras and trying to clear them of unnecessary energy and trying to kind of feel which ones felt weaker than others or felt more overactive, and then thinking about how that relates to my life. It was a really transformative time for me to learn the chakras and learn about energy and energy healing. The next is human design. And I like to say that human design is pretty much a chakra birth chart. Human design is based in astrology and I Ching. And in human design, there are 9 energy centers. And when you're born, you're born with a certain energy, and certain energy centers, like the certain chakras, are outputting energy and other ones are intaking energy. So then you can see on your chart which energy centers are full and which are not. And then you can learn which is your energy type and how you should be making decisions and how often and how much you should work. It is such a cool and detailed and scientific system to get into. The next system is the tarot system. This is a card system that has archetypes based on the elements and astrology and numerology. And it is such a beautiful reflection tool. I barely dabbled in my younger years, but not until a friend asked me to start working with the new moon and the full moon did I start doing tarot with myself as a normal practice, and it has transformed my life. I went from barely, digging into astrology and doing a little bit of reflection to reflecting every full moon and new moon and digging deep into my psyche. And it was completely transformative. I was doing shadow work without even realizing that I was doing shadow work. And witches love it for a reason. And the last one is the Sphinx Code. It uses the major arcana tarot archetypes and places them in a birth chart format with placements like the soul mission card. I find these charts really interesting. I like how they have the bottom half is the unevolved version of yourself and the top half is the evolved version of yourself. I just find the synchronicities and the details to which it relates to my life to be mind-blowing and honestly creepy sometimes. I just love blending all of these modalities together with body work and energy work and yoga and qigong to evolve and grow and heal. And if you're interested in doing the same, I hope you will follow along as I dive deeper into these modalities and provide suggestions on how to integrate them into your life and how to feel them in your body. Welcome to Ninth House, where I bring the science of the stars down to earth.